let's go to the entertainment scene. Let's start with VDM. Janus, will you do the honors of telling us what happened with VDM over the week?
Okay. VDM in-laws shares photos with mystery lady. Nigerian social media activist Ben Jackman has turned users with photos of himself and the mystery lady. This is Istanbul talking with his elder brother and his wife to
Celebrate.
Galatasaray star Victor taken to his Instagram page. Ben Jackman shares photos of him and a mystery lady in one of the photos. The activist was captured grabbing the photo chase.
Well, that is amazing because a lot of people, we know Jojo of Lily. You know, she has always been meaning to date VDN, and she has done all manner of publicity for the dating thing. But it was just when we're thinking that maybe VDN will look at Jojo of Lily rather. The next thing we're seeing is him sharing pictures.
Is she a white girl?
Well, this is Turkey, so maybe she could be a white girl. VDM has gone out the global. Anyway, well, congratulations to him anyways, because a lot of people do say nasty things about him, and sometimes I'll be like, see this guy, the day he will bring a woman, people will be shocked the kind of woman he has. Now look at that, this woman, I don't know, we've not seen officially, but from the features, she's looking gorgeous. And of course we have another news which Patricia will tell us about. Gospel singer?
Oh, okay. Okay, gospel singer Adeyinka Alesori welcomes the third child. It is raining congratulatory messages for beloved Nigerian gospel singer Adeyinka as she welcomes her third child. The gospel singer shared a clip from her maternity shoot on her Instagram page, revealing that she had welcomed baby boy. Expressing gratitude to her maker, Yinka noted how a journey of 40 weeks had finally ended in praise. She informed the public that she and son are in perfect condition as she expressed gratitude to all who supported her on her journey. The proud mother declared she was officially a mother of 2 boys and a girl.
Oh, congratulations to Adeyinka Alesori. That was beautiful. I love her music, the energies. Even while she was pregnant, while she was even at the late trimester, she was still dancing, and it was amazing. I don't know how women do that, but I feel like there's an energy that comes over you when you're pregnant.
You don't have enough extra strength.
Yeah, to actually bear that. So yes, that's beautiful. Okay, to wrap up the entertainment section, let's quickly watch a short reel. Let's call it a reel of the JP 2025. They just shut down this 25. I beg. If anyone wants to do anything, they should give us some break first. Before, I'm just kidding though. But this was beautiful. This is the last wedding. How many weddings did they do?
You think this is the last blossom?
I feel, no, for them now. Don't run down again.
Yeah, so
they said it's the last one, so let's leave it as the last one. Because honestly, it was just JP everywhere. You're scrolling and you're seeing JP. Nothing is buzzing anymore. So let's quickly watch the reel, and of course, let's just to celebrate and say congratulations to Yabo, the Queen Mother, and of course Priscilla, despite the rumors going around that she's pregnant. And I'm like, she's married, so if she's pregnant, so why are you surprised? Anyways, let's watch the reel. Be right back.
go.
Welcome back. Well, apologies, we having a little chit chat behind the scene, and that was a beautiful wedding. I wish them well. I'm just gonna hear from everybody what they think about that wedding. I'll start from you, Patricia. Yes, I know you are co-host, but I still put you on the hot seat because you are saying because you're making a lot of wishes already. And trust me, if wishes were horses, beggars will ride. So sometimes you just have to accept what it is, you know. You're loved.
Yeah.
No, you're still loved. So don't wish anymore. So what would you say about this wedding though?
Well, for me, it's a mother's dream, if you ask me. I think she did all that just to please her mom. You know, especially when you have children that it was a mom that brought them up. They or a widow. You know, the children tends to do everything to make them happy. I'm sure, I don't know if you want to allow her have a wedding. I don't think she will want to do up to this. So for me, it is Iyawojo's wedding. Because she kept changing. When the daughter changes, she changes. When the daughter changes, she changes. Now she dances herself, you know. So congratulations, Iyawojo, you're a strong woman.
Congratulations. Okay, Togobo, what do you think?
Well, I wish them well. If you have the money, flaunt it. But for my people out there, you don't have to be elaborate like that or have a wonderful, wonderful marriage. Just do whatever is okay for your pockets.
Okay for your pocket, very important. Jane by design.
Oh well, I'll just say very big congratulations to Priscilla and her husband, and I wish them well. And of course, money is good.
Money is good.
Money is good. So I hope the wedding will.
Birthdays past birthdays, weddings past weddings, you know.
Why are you speaking in that? Just come out straight what the issue is.
No, don't just wait. You'll be fine.
Yes,
You'll be fine. Okay, so Abiodun, what do you think?
Yeah, everyone has already wished them well.
Yeah.
What else am I supposed to do?
Wish them well
I wish
too.
them well also. However, like TK said, I would say that because if you go on the internet now, the noise is about Nigerian wedding. Oh, if I want to have my wedding, even outside Nigeria, none are also clamoring and saying, oh, when I'm going to have my own wedding, oh, this and listen. If you can afford it, fine, it's well and good. But if you can't, don't kill yourself.
Right.
Wedding is not passport to heaven. Just do as you can afford, and life goes on.
And life goes on. Do what you can afford, and life goes on. Then I will end it again with the notes Janet said. Money is good. All right, so let's go into what's trending and buzzing online now. Aside from the entertainment thing, we're going to listen to a video back to back, 2 videos back to back. The first one is Advice on Marriage, Part 1. Then also, never sleep with a woman on her period. I don't know why, but we'll just watch those 2 videos back to back, and of course we'll get reactions. These are what's trending. These are the topics a lot of people are talking about. So we want to hear our experts in the house, and of course let's know what side we'll be taking. So let's watch the 2 videos. We'll be right back.
Otherwise, your marriage will be peaceful. Every husband and wife fighting every day. Every husband eventually divorce and scatter to solve 2 foolish people. Because somebody wants to fight you and you don't want to fight, there will be no fight. If somebody wants to fight you and you are not fight, there will be no fight. Did you hear me, my daughter? He hit you, you are going. He ran after you and pulled your jacket. When he leave the jacket, you are going. After a while, all the car will say, something must be wrong with you. You're abusing somebody. Somebody is abusing your mother. My mother. You talk about my mother. My mother that is long dead. Does he hear is abusing her? Your own mother too. My mother. I watched 2 foolish men on the social media the other in this Lagos. It was their wives that were having, maybe some of you saw it there, and the 2 husbands got involved. And they started looking for things. They hit themselves, killed themselves. They bled to death. 2 women are fighting. You don't come and say, my wife, come inside. If he's ruling my wife, he will come inside. And if he doesn't come inside, I go to the inner room and start sleeping. I will hear later. The 2 people came out, flesh and pride. What is in a man that you cannot live at peace with? Woman. The heart of a man is a power steering car. How many of you have driven power steering car before? With what you can control. If you are wise, you control the man. They will think you have done medicine. They will just be following you like this. Anything you are into the okay. Babe, what do you want me? Babe, okay. Babe, okay. Because you, baby, even when you are 67, babe, give a what no one else can give to him, he will be following you. Man doesn't come from work, he will stay at work. He has some girls, so one girl can take your husband from you. Whatever that man will give him in overdose, what is in that other lady that is not in you?
Never ever sleep with a woman when she is on her periods. There is some called blood covenant, which is very dangerous. Even if that woman will get married to another man, she will always find herself back with you. Bro, avoid that.
Okay, all right, welcome back. It's all smiles today, I don't know, because, we're having a fabulous time in the studio, and I hope you're also having that, watching us. So I'm going to start with you, because you are the one that had the first reaction, right? So what do you think about the first video?
Yeah, I think the man is saying the truth. If someone wants to fight you and you do not give out, it takes 2 to tango, actually. It gets, and in marriage, it took me time to learn that in my own marriage, that when the other person is hot, try to be cool. Try to be cool. When you are hot, we are hoping that person to you is cool. But when both of you are hot at the same time, then there's challenge. Nobody can tell me that there are no issues in their marriage. It's about having the ability to resolve it. And again, look, women don't know that their strongest weapon in marriage is submission. It's when a man feels threatened that he tends to want to fight you. But when he knows that I have this lady's submission, he tends to do everything to keep it. So I think don't fight submission. Just that's why I always tell young ladies, don't marry a man you can't submit to. Don't. If you know that I'm too proud to submit to this, but then don't marry him. Because if you marry him, there will be issue in that marriage. I tell people that, have you been, I'm sure you passed through our institution. We always have this very, very fun lecturer that will give you 4 questions. And that 4 questions, they say, question one and any other two.
Okay.
One and any other two. Now, because on one we have 1A, 1B, 1. Even the 1A, we have 1A, Roman figure 1. So even if you go out and the other two, and you don't do that, you can't pass that exam.
Yes.
That is the way submission is in marriage. If you do get every other thing right, but you don't get right that submission, you still fail in that marriage. That means a man values submission than be the best cook, have all the sex stars in the world, be the most beautiful. I'm telling you,
I know.
if you do not have that submission, you are failed in everything.
aspect.
So I want to say, if you just know in your mind that I can't be submissive to this guy, this guy doesn't deserve my respect, I can't respect him, don't marry him.
Let me quickly ask you, you can't be submissive to this guy. What are the reasons why? Could it be money? Could it be age?
Look, I'm always sincere with you. If you feel that there are some things you look forward to in people that make you respect them,
True.
and you can't find in the man,
In that.
and you feel I can't live with this thing, then some women can't cope with a man that they are older than. Some don't give a who about it, about age.
Yeah.
Some people they hold age in very exactly.
Yeah.
So once they meet a man that they are older than, it's just difficult for them to submissive. Somebody who got brought up in a very rich home, who has this belief about the level you can't go below. So all those things in man, I don't. When I counsel young people, I tell them, look, don't overlook those things. Don't overlook them. And be sincere with yourself as a woman. If you feel that I cannot submit to somebody without these values and these things, then do yourself and do the person so good, don't marry him.
True.
Yourself in favor.
I totally
Exactly.
agree with that.
Yeah.
You know, and thank you for that question, because that made it go so deep into it. Yeah. So, that's very
It's actually the second question. The second.
The second, okay.
I'm
Well,
itching so about that.
But we want to hear his
no, let's
Sorry. No, I was hoping that the second day was going to be about health implications.
Okay.
So I will have said, I can't speak more about the health implications, or maybe it can be messy, like you said off the camera. It can be messy. But to tell me about blood covenant. Now listen, people that are out there, allow me to speak from the religious point of view. I pastor a church. Sexual intercourse in itself, either without period or no period, is a covenant on its own. The scripture says, he that has it with an harlot is joined together with that harlot. So I know that we take it on face value. I don't shag anybody. That's slang. It's a covenant. Because that's why the Bible, God kept it until you make the first covenant, which is marriage. When you do the first covenant, then you now go and now do the second covenant. That don't do the second covenant before the first covenant. So I agree, don't take marriage or sex with levity that people take it with. But Salga, doing that video, there is no difference when you have it with somebody who is not on a period or on a period.
And that doesn't mean
once you have it, I don't know about that. Once you have it, you already establish a covenant between you and that person. Yeah. So health-wise, I mean, I'll leave the doctors to talk about that, but I know that it can be messy.
It can be.
And I also know that one of the parties, they say the woman, at that point when they are having that period, their urge, except for only for few times, is always at the minimum. So even when you go out and do it with your wife who's on that period, you're having sex with yourself because she will not feel anything.
She just be lying there.
Yeah.
Biologically, trust me, is not healthy. So that we know. Let me, Abiodun, please, just the two videos, the first one and the second
The first issue of submission is something that I believe a lot of women are yet to really understand what submission is. For a man, submission is the air that he breathes. For a man, what TK said about don't marry a man that you cannot submit to. But sometimes you also have to be very careful. Some of these things are not things you see at the initial stage.
Okay.
Sometimes you actually get into marriage before you begin to see some things that you did not see before, while you were courting and all of that. And so what I will say to that is, you must prepare your mind for marriage, knowing that marriage has both good, bad, and ugly. Yes, you must prepare your mind for it. And this also goes for men also. There are things you will not see. Sometimes when people get into trouble in their marriage and then maybe they go their separate ways and, you now begin to say, she started behaving like this or he started doing that. And then some people ask you, didn't you see that when you were courting? Didn't you notice that? Sometimes I can tell you, there are things, maybe as they say, love is blind. Maybe that's why.
But then you overlook.
But really, sometimes there are things you don't see while you are courting until you get into marriage. Right. So, but as it regards submission, women still need to come to the point where if you accept to marry a man, you have accepted to marry him, you must be ready to submit. I mean, I always say to people that when God said that your husband is your head, now it was without any condition as it regards his status in life. The only reason why he qualifies to be your head is because he is your husband. Not because he has money or he does not have money. But you begin to disregard him now that you're in the marriage because he doesn't have money. You are not only disregarding the man, you're also disregarding the God that said he is your head. Women need to understand that fact. However, there is also the part of the scripture that talks about submitting one to another. While we encourage women to submit to men, which is of course right, we also have to understand the place of men also submitting mutually to their wives. There is also the place for that. You see, marriage, I always say, is not an imposition. Marriage is not an autocratic setting. Even though there will be situations, circumstances where the man will have to stand his ground as a man and say, this is where I stand. Yes, there will be situations like that, but generally, marriage is not an autocratic setting where the man will always say, that is it, and that is it, and then the woman will have no say. It's not always like that.
Okay, so about the second video.
The second video. Yeah. I will agree with TK, absolutely. You see, marriage, sex is covenants. That is how God established it. Blood or no blood. It is covenant. So you sleep with somebody, you are establishing a covenant. It is what it is. However, maybe where the angle the man is coming from, Africans, our mentality, the way we think, maybe it is from that angle that is looking at it. Oh, with a woman, blood don't enter and all of that. Blood is very powerful. Yes. But generally, you are not married. She's not your wife. Why sleep with her?
Why sleep with her? Okay, for me, I believe that I don't know why I'm even calling it blood. Please, that means bad blood, right? It's not even I can't even term it as blood. It's just a waste that needs to get out of the body. It does not remain in the body because the sperm did not meet with the egg. So I think it's bad blood, and I don't know why you want to mate with someone having bad blood flowing out. It doesn't just make sense. But sometimes I know how the urge can be for men or for women, and they want to do that. Then on the part where we say commitment, you both are actually saying the same thing, because before you tell a woman that she's going to marry that man, the woman will have to submit, because a man will not even marry a woman that is not submissive to him, and neither would a woman want to probably go ahead to marry a man she's not submissive to, except the person has money. We ladies, most times when we see money, we'll just decide to
so that's why the problem is, Blossom. You're being submissive because the man has money.
Yeah.
So what if along the line
the money goes away?
Then you won't be submissive.
So that is why we are putting it on a standard that for a marriage and a relationship, just know that you have to be submissive. So I will really go with what Pastor said, because if you meet someone, you love someone, but you just find out that you can't submit to him, it's either you talk to yourself, or you talk to him, or you talk to someone. And even after all this, you just find out you can't submit to that man. To be honest, save that man a lot of headache by not getting married to him. Because that is the only thing that will keep the marriage.
Again, the issue now is, just like you said, the man has money. So now, because
You're
of the
being
money, you are not
submissive,
seeing the fact that
The fact that, yes, it's submissive,
But
yeah.
somewhere along the line, life is dynamic.
Yes,
Nobody can
money
say
goes.
what will happen tomorrow. And then somewhere along the line, the man loses his business, he loses his job.
But you love
he doesn't-
me. No, that's not a standard for relationship. That's why I said we're not talking about that. We're talking about standard relationship.
Okay.
You are not going for the money. I'm not talking about people that, you know, go for money. We're talking about people that already understand that I want to settle down. And for me to settle down, this is what I need to do. So I'm trying, leave money people. The people that are going for money, maybe they always prefer to even take the money and cry inside a limousine rather than be happy
Crying
on top of it. You understand?
If he's beating me, so long as
Yes,
he
so that we
has
have
money,
money.
to
Do you understand? Oh my God.
Are you serious?
No, I think the issue is that most times what you think you need is not actually what you need. You don't know what you need until you have what you don't need.
What you do?
You see, because money, the scarcity of money has been the major plague of Africa.
Yeah.
So we all think that money solves all my
everything.
problems.
Problem.
Until the time you have that money,
You will not
you
find
know,
out that.
there's no life than all these things. So I think that, and I will still go back to what I always say on this show, we need to reset our value system.
We need to.
We need to reset
It's
it.
very important.
Where even when you have money or you don't have money, you still have that value for yourself and that impact on your decision making. So you know that it's not, money is not the driving force when I'm doing what I'm doing. You can have money, and I mean, you can still be on the public train, you can still be on the public bus,
We see them
and
doing it
not
in the Western world.
and not use money to lord over people or try to make good. I know it's an issue that over time it will help us. We hope so. When we overcome the issue of poverty in Africa and all those things, they will know that there is more to life than just money. So don't make. We know. I'm sure all of us here know people who are suffering their marriages and they have money.
Yeah.
You get.
Yeah. Very
You want to talk about your peace, your joy, your peace of mind. Oh God.
I feel like for Africans, yes, please, so sorry, hold on, let me just say this, apologies. I feel like when you talk about people outside Africa, I feel like when they have money, it doesn't really control them. It doesn't control how they act or react. I'm not saying they don't have that aspect of people like that, but I think it barely is not something that is really common. You see them, they just walk around. You know, you can casually walk up to them and meet with them. But for Africa, most times Africans, when we have that money, there's this, I don't know, we become God.
It's a cultural issue that it will take time to change. Unfortunately, in Africa, we have been used to scarcity.
Oh, okay.
Not just money.
So
Everything.
once we have it,
let me give you an idea. When I schooled in Ado Ekiti, in Lagos, we are used to running after Mulwe. I'm sure people already know what Mulwe is.
of course.
When I got to Ekiti, in Ekiti States, you stand where you were and bus will pick you
Of
up.
course, yeah.
These students in Lagos, we didn't know. So when bus come, we will say one. And they say, Lagos. we just used to the fact that we have to rush for everything we want. And we are used to, because we are used to this king slave mentality.
That's what I wanted
So
to say.
everybody wants to look for people believe is that I am being governed or I govern people. Is that people dominate me or I dominate? The struggle is about dominating people. It's about wanting to show that I am more than you. You know, I can control you. So that's why people are always rushing towards that limited resources, so to say. No, so once you grab everything, you are in control. You cannot begin to,
to be above everybody.
You wanted to ask
talking about submission. I was like, is it more advisable for a man to marry a woman who is older than him?
No, I would no. I didn't say that. I said some people hold it. You can't have it. People who said I can't marry older that I'm older than. I mean, you can't, because the natural or the going the acceptable thing culturally is that a woman is always younger than the man. I'm not saying it is correct or it's not correct, even though biologically too they tend to agree with that, because they feel that women tend to grow. For example, a man is sexually active even up to 70, 80 years. But a woman, once she's getting that 60, 70, she becomes so it's always advisable that you marry somebody younger than you, but it is not a rule cast on stone. So if a woman says, I don't want to marry somebody I'm of the same age or I'm older than, it's within her rights.
Yeah, it's her choice.
Yes, nobody should take your choice away from you. If you feel that you hold it so much, you can change that opinion, you can change that with time, but if you still feel you don't want to marry somebody that you are older than, if I say I'm sitting here, I don't want to marry somebody that is taller than me, it's my desire. You can't push against me. I can decide to change that opinion tomorrow. So it's not wrong and it's not right. It's about the person involved.
Okay.
On that, sorry, just something funny a little bit. I remember those days before I got married. There was this girl I was eyeing, and then I'm a man, very summarized and down to earth. So one of these days she told me, "You see, I like you, but I don't want someone I can just look up to. I want someone I can look up to."
Oh,
I hope you got it.
Yes.
No, elaborate on that.
oh wow!
Talk about the French president and his wife.
Oh,
In a recent video, we saw that the wife thing. Do you think she
Punched
did
him?
That was not a punch. That was like a push.
No, but I saw
and that
it with
was
black eyes.
that is his mother's.
Yeah, I saw it
No,
with
maybe
black
there was
eyes.
a fight before that.
No, but the
we
woman
saw-
was not old. It was already like his mother now, Abi.
Yes, she
School teacher, Abi?
was. She was a primary school teacher.
teacher.
Okay, she's quite older. Do you think she did that because she has seen him like, oh, you're the son and the age of my son? Because I saw the video. It wasn't a love push. It was a push.
No, it wasn't a love push.
You want to give your
Like-
son,
like
when your
stop
son
it
is
or something.
misbehaving,
Yeah.
and you want to say in public, "Come, stop it."
yeah.
That was the push
Yeah.
she actually gave to him.
Yeah.
I can't say it and I can't say no. You know why? I always be like, look, we do things based on how we grow up, our culture, the things we are used to. You get, and it's a bizarre scenario that the president and the wife come the mother, So I was like, look here. We have seen women who marry men that they are that's older than them, and they do exactly the same
Yeah.
thing. A guy was speaking on radio and he said he was going out with a lady, of course they were not married, who used to beat him. And it was that girl.
He was older than the girl.
He was older.
Ah.
And the girl beat him.
Why?
So he left the marriage because of what guys call it car abuse.
I think the man is just. Why would you say a woman hitting a man? The man is the one that is. No, it's the woman that is stubborn. I think the man is mental, because trust me, there are some men you hit one, they will give you 12.
Have you seen some women?
What is she
Have you seen some women? Bless up. Have you seen some women? Bless up.
You see that? I don't know.
So are you saying that you fall in love with some kind of woman? No, is that thing you're not online to you?
That's very well.
Look at, I don't know.
So I should look at someone that can
very
beat.
well.
No, I said I should look at someone that can beat before I date.
No.
But you just be careful.
Yes.
You should be careful.
Let's be careful.
That I don't date somebody that can beat me.
TK, you know what we're saying?
I don't know.
Anyway, let me read this message. This one is from Raymond. It says, a man leaves his father and mother to unite with his wife, which is now 3, becoming 1. If you obey these 3 words, be successful in marriage. Sexuality is a covenant. Thank you so much. It's a particular number that's been called. I really wish I could pick that call, but if you're hearing me, you can call. We still have about 2-3 minutes before we wrap up the show. But anyways, I would agree with what we were saying before. Submission is the deal of the day. If you know what you know, then you should know. But like you said, he was dating her. Didn't he eventually leave? If he made a mistake before, didn't he leave the relationship?
They have probably killed him by now.
Let me just put a caveat here, and you guys know that I'm always about the women, because I feel that the men.
Okay, I'm sorry, the person
Okay,
is
please
calling
go
back
ahead.
now.
Yeah.
Let me pick his call. He's been calling since the start of the program. Good morning, Narada. Good afternoon. Hello? Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from? I can't hear you so much. Speak louder. Calling from Lagos. Okay, what do you have to say about what we're discussing? Oh, he dropped. Let's pick this last call. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I am Melvin George.
Okay, Melvin. Thank you so much for calling.
I am calling from Akonjo Shasha.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, sir. We're listening.
This topic is a really critical one.
Okay.
It's a topic that I think we have to learn from everyone. I know if a woman is submissive to a man, it gives that man the edge of even working harder to make sure that the family lives in unity, in love, even in terms of progress. That is one. The other part of it too, the man also, just talking about the woman being submissive, the man also has to respect the woman. Because with that, it will also help the woman herself to know her place in the house, to know what to do and what not to. I think with that, the family will get to where they are to get to. So that is my own view.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much for that one. Well, anyways, we have to call it a wrap on the show. Our first one. Thank you so much. Tokumba, I don't know now. They shortened your name to TK. I'm heard
It's fine. It's fine. It looks good for the Gen Z. It seems to TK. I think please on today TK for real.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a show. It's been an amazing one. Thank you so much. You're beautiful. So coming. And thank you to Jay in our special appearance today. Thank you so much. And our viewers and our callers.